this what if is for tomorrow, but yeah, this is consecutive. It's gonna be 3, then I'll just go and do what if Deku had King's Power for Christmas or after Christmas, either one. But yeah, so what's gonna happen is that he already got Noelle. This is when they get their first mission with, I'll say, them going and stuff like that. And because he still can't fly, so he does ride on the little thing again. So he does ride, so it does take as long. But I'll just say that what he's doing is that he sinks in for all the chakra of the beast and igniting them completely. And running through the forest with the Chidori in his hand, slicing through them, pretty much. Getting at least 4 times as much, so he's just carrying it out with his strength because he's even stronger than normal. So he's walking back, and pretty much we get to the Hodge village. So he pretty much, he just puts the Amaterasu around his hands and runs through it, burning away everything, igniting the whole dome around it on fire, opening it up where there's no mist, making it look misty everywhere, with them seeing the swords coming down. But Asta pretty much runs up and he throws the kunais with wire strings, breaking through all the things, of course, wracking around to the mages of ice, him grabbing them between his mouth and says, does a couple hand heals and says, fire style, fireball jutsu, breathing fire onto them and burning them, taking them out. That's whenever Magma throws a couple fireballs, but they ultimately get defected. That's when you get to Noelle activating her barrier for the first time, and this gives her an amp up chakra, or not chakra, but gives her actually a spell. And this is whenever Asta comes up, he takes out his grass cutter, and this is when he focuses lightning into it. That's when he says lightning stream with it, making the dude jump back and shoot an ice attack, distracting him. Then it retracts after that. And that's whenever he pours it around his blade and pretty much runs over there, slicing through all the attacks with lightning easily and nullifying it. That's whenever he walks up to the other mage, or runs up to the other mage disappearing, and that confuses them. Him coming next to him, hitting him, cutting him open, or cutting him. And what the lightning's for is because it still is dull. All the weapons, except the kunais. I'll say the sword's still dull. So he uses lightning on there for a cutting effect and a shocking effect. So yeah, that's what lightning keeps on being used for. That's when the other dude tries to shoot him with a sword, but he dodges, of course, Asta. And this is where he takes the blade and puts it back in the holster, and he comes out with his shurikens, turning them on fire with black flames instead, with the dude blocking it, but it burns straight through it, and the actual shurikens goes out, hitting the dude with 5 shurikens, also jumping up, grabbing him, and pretty much defeating him like that. So yeah, they won. They did the suicide pill thing, but he comes back with. They come back and they laugh about something. I forget exactly. But now they get their first pay. Asta's about to send it all to the church. That's when he gets told to keep some for himself. And the church gets the money and they're like, pass out how much it is. And all that. So they're at the wizard market, pretty much, or like the black market. It's made for wizards, or magic knights, or black wizards. Anybody, pretty much. But he's there to find stuff for Noelle to show her magic. They find a wand, but wand doesn't do much. It does do stuff. When they're walking back to get out, they see this man. They see a guy steal money from this old lady. That are pretty much fighting. Takes the money from him. There's fighting in the background. So yeah, they take the money and he goes off. Asta goes, chases him, disappears. This is when we cut to him running on the wall, as what we can see, but nobody else can, of course. And now he jumps off, appearing next to the dude, grabbing him, tossing him to the ground, knocking the wind out of him. The dude's about to stand back up. This is whenever Asta comes down and steps on his stomach, knocking him out. Takes the money back and he goes back to the old lady. Old lady thanks him, and the old lady's walking around the corner, and this turns into a blonde man with a mark on his forehead. And now a subtitle says, whatever his name is, I forgot it, the Wizard King. And that's whenever somebody with like magic to like talk to him appears to him, and he says, "Hey, Mushroom Head." And he says that my name's not Mushroom Head, but we need you back at the palace since you've been gone. He says yes, and he asked, have you found anybody that you're gonna give the dungeon to? And he says, yeah, I just met somebody that I should give it to. And stuff like that. And this is where they're back at the Black Bulls. And also, Noelle and Lux get told that they're going on a dungeon mission. Lux says yes. Noelle and Austin's like, okay. And I was like, why do I have to keep on going with this kid? I'm royalty. But, yeah. So, they're going. So, they're at the dungeon. I'll say he can sense where all the magical traps are, or see them with his Sharingan. And pretty much what he sees is all the traps. This is where he pulls out all the kunais and throws them at them, turning them all off while activating them, and they disappear. And looks like, oh, why'd you have to do that? You ruined all the fun. He tells Noelle, or Luck, that there's no point of doing that. This is whenever Luck feels some kind of magic, and Asta feels a chakra from somebody, and that's when he jumps off. But that's when we see Asta jump off and running on walls, catching up to Luck because how fast he is, passing right by Yuno, and they haven't came to each other yet. So now they're running. This is when they meet this dude with ash black mist magic, and he's trying to pretty much grab them and beat them. Luck is battling on his own right now, but what they come up with the idea is that Luck will shoot a lightning ball, and the dude would like block it, of course. But after like more gets dispersed, that's when Asta comes in, going to strike him, and the dude, of course, would pop him because he can still use Shadow Clone, because we know the Sharingan copy techniques, and I'll just say his master had the Sharingan, and he has enough chakra to do it, because he can use Amaterasu and all that. Which, that's not really far-fetched, because Asta's 15 and Sasuke was 15, and he can use Blaze Control. And he did have the Sharingan just like him, so it's not like I made Asta overpowered. He's actually the same as age as Sasuke and all that. But he is weaker because he doesn't even have a Susanoo yet. So yeah, this is when they jump off. Meaning, you know, Melissa and Four Eyes, while they're getting attacked by mineral golems. Asta comes up with his leaf cutter and starts destroying them, running by them and cutting them. And they're like, what's going on? Who's there? That's whenever Asta would appear in the middle of a whole bunch of them, with saying Asta, disappearing again, coming to the other side of them, with all of them getting cut into pieces. That's when you see his blade covered with lightning. That's when you see his eyes start moving, and he says Amaterasu, hitting a whole bunch of them, destroying them, of course. He starts jumping off, running again, disappearing. That's when you see everybody destroying them. Luck comes in, starts blasting them, while I'll say Noelle can actually shoot magical attacks, so twin dragons, or twin serpents, I mean, shooting them, hitting them. That's when the dude would make a big sword swinging at Asta. But Asta would just take his sword and cut it in half. And that's when he would take his kunais and shurikens and throw it at him, with the dude hitting away the shurikens. Or the kunais with the shurikens go around him, saying that your aim sucks. All of a sudden, Wire would trap him. He would sing, "Your hero will go fire style, fireball jutsu," with a huge fireball going down it, burning him, with him coming up with his blade, shooting him off into the water again, but with a slash. So they get in, and that's when Asta had been led to a sword with wavy parts, looking like his by the color of it. But whenever he touches it, this is whenever a seal would appear on his hand. A seal. And this will give him the ability to absorb magic with his hands and release it back with twice the power, I'm gonna say. And him walking back, showing them what appeared on his hands and all that. And that's whenever the dude would come back. But like, he throws some stuff. I'll say Asta's trying to activate his ability, and he does, and it absorbs the blade, and he uses the other one to shoot it back at him. Or I'll say he can shoot it out in the same hand, but he can absorb both of them with each hand if he wants to. That's whenever he keeps on absorbing his attacks. It only works on offensive magic, I'm gonna say, not defense magic. Or it can work on defense magic, but it won't automatically get sucked up, I'm gonna say. Like, it'll suck it away. Like, slowly. And any magic that goes around you to heal you will be sucked away, just like defense magic. So he'll run up, he'll grab the dude's arm and take his sword out and slice it off. With him absorbing the arm, storing up that magical power. And he keeps on storing it up until he has a whole bunch of them arms, and that's whenever he would do the thing, but combining the arms into one big arm, making it shoot out and punch the dude, destroying his armor. This is whenever you run up on him and suck away his regeneration magic. That's whenever he would shoot blaze control spiral attack, and that would hit him, leaving a mark in his chest, a spiral mark, and he would be knocked out. With Asta getting the new ability, of course he'll get out there, but Asta's fast enough to dodge all his moves and have the Sharingan, so he wasn't hurt. So he's perfectly fine. And now it is end of this battle. He gets healed up, and this one I'll leave it off.